Hey everyone. Well, I've done a couple of these races. I may not have live streamed them, but tactic wise, they're probably one of the hardest to get right. Has my Zada been signed off? I have no idea. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything. So that's a good thing about them. But I don't know what bike choice is best for this course, but I just like the Tron with that little multicolored glow to it, so sorry. Sorry. Even everyone, we've got a Wahoo call rider in this race as well, I think. Apologies again for being topless. It's very warm in here again. And we've had a good week. Well, good week for bike riding. Although I didn't ride that much up in North Wales. Hope you enjoyed yesterday's power overlay. Well, I said when you enjoyed it, I mean, there's not much to say really, is there? I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed testing myself over 4 back-to-back days on 4 different climbs, or 3 different climbs. One I had to do twice, 2 days in a row. But yeah. I suppose the good thing is, even if there's not many people in the race, doesn't matter what race it is, you still get the opportunity to pick my brains. So it's not a wasted live stream. That's for sure. There's supposed to be 5 riders doing this event. 5 people have entered. If nobody else joins, then we're gonna win, aren't we? Oh, there's somebody. Still got no handlebar tape on my bike. I do feel like I'm leaning to the side. Need to sort that out before we start. feel much better, but but I feel like I had to do something today. I've been, since coming back from our little break in North Wales, motivation has not been there. So why not do a Zwift race? Innit? I want that. I want that roughly there. And that'll do. Yeah, we'll wait for the bees to catch. Oh. I think it's because I'm actually on a lump of carpet. That's why it's so no amount of adjustment is saving it. I saw that, Phil, yeah. Okay, I'm turning slightly to the side. Yep. Hey Josh. Anyone see the Tour of Britain today? Yeah, I didn't watch the end of it, so thanks for the spoiler, Ethan. Is there another race on after this, you know? I might jump into that straight afterwards. If this one's going to be a little bit like people looking at each other. No worries either. Yeah, it does, Patrick, it does, yeah. There's nothing wrong with rolling around with these. It's never a wasted race. Or session, or ride, whatever you want to call it. It's never wasted. A ride is a ride, isn't it? How long does it take to do a lap round here anyway? $2.15. You're right there, Patrick. Yeah, you're right there. Good chance for heat adaptation. Got my fan, actually. My headwind is only on setting number 1, so that's fairly low. What's my plan? I might go long, you know. I might try and do 1 lap solo right at the end, because that'll be a very, very nice long, hard effort. Well, I say long, like if you go in max for 2.5, 3 minutes, that's quite a long time to go max. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. What's the Voltas on? The battling viewership for the Volta. I need to sort out my situation here first though, because I'm on the wonk a little bit. I'm like facing this way. I need to get my little trainer block out. It's just there, but it means I have to unclip and get off. Think I can get away with it? How did I just get away with that? my bike hasn't been on the indoor trainer for a week. It's getting a bit angry with me with these gear changes. So if I do attack, I'm gonna have to stay in one gear. Oh. Put a little test. Yeah, I'm still riding the speed plays, yeah. Whoa. Oh. It doesn't like that, does it? Yeah, my gears are like that because I've just put it on the trainer and not done anything. Like, I've been outdoors all week, haven't I? So, that's what's happened. Can't help that. How much is that new Dura-Ace? I haven't even looked. We've been saying that for years, Robin. For years. The Zwift max level is 50 at the minute, Hugo. Good question. Got my first hill climb race. A week today, everyone. A week today. Cheaper than my super record. I'd rather have the Shimano. Why am I getting sticky watts? Why am I getting sticky watts? Oh, I know it's dropped down completely. Ah. Thanks, VT. Oh, I'm a sweaty, very sweaty. At least with no handlebar tape, it's easier to wipe my handlebars. Have you seen any other events? I don't think I've seen any. Have a look. Heart rate very steady though. Very steady, very steady. What's going on there? Nothing on, you say? Nothing on in 5 minutes. Let's just have a little check while... Social ride. Nah, 6:15 is the herd of mountain goats, the race at Ventop. I'm not going to do that, so I don't think there are any other races we can jump into. There's the Zwift Academy road workout, which I'm not that impressed with. I don't think I'm going to select that, so I'm just going to have a little spin now for the next 15 minutes or so and have a chat. Oh. 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 Yeah, I know. I've seen that race. I'm not going to do it. I need to catch up on work stuff and because basically took the week off after the start of last week when we had to go to hospital in a bit of a rush at the start of our little holiday. So I basically took the week off stuff so I could just do a couple of KOMs. I don't know if most of you probably follow me on Strava, but went for a couple of KOMs, long ones, and just chilled out for a week really. A little bit surprised by some of those KOMs, considering a lot of things actually. There's a lot of things kind of signalling that I probably wasn't going to be able to perform at my best, but I was pretty close to it. Cheers, Robin. And I think we got a lot of benefit from doing those efforts as well, because as much as like KOMs are all very well and good, they're not the be all and end all, but they do offer a chance for you to test yourself, don't they? Outside of race situations. And I actually thought to myself, like, I can't be going that bad if I'm taking KOMs on. Like, I stripped this bike down and I put my hand-built carbon wheels from Chinnlad on with some Continental GT5000 clinchers with just normal tubes in them. I've got some latex tubes over there and some Pirelli TT tyres, which are dead light as well, which I'll be putting on for my hill climb next weekend. That's presuming I don't get my race bike back from Tifosi. I haven't heard anything, so I don't know. I'm assuming like it's still being used for the photo shoot and stuff. But if that's the case, then I'm going to be using this bike for the hill climbs, which this is like, well, I mean, it did the job the last week, didn't it? I mean, I was able to take a couple of KOMs, and this weighs, well, at the minute it weighs a bit more, but this past week when I kind of stripped it down for those KOMs, it weighs 7.1, 7.2 kilos, which is pretty heavy, but I guess it did the job. What kind of numbers am I aiming to hold for nationals? So I need to be able to do about 8.5 watts a kilo if I want to win the national hill climb championships. My PB out of race competition, outside of race competition, because I've never done a 3-minute hill climb in competition, is 8.1, 8.2 watts a kilo. So in terms of raw numbers, I need to be doing like 510, 520, something around that area to be able to win. And for someone like myself, that's like, I mean, you know, David, like I'm definitely a rider who would struggle to do that, I think, even with a lot of focus training, and I'm not putting myself down. I just know that if everything goes well, like if I get everything right, I can probably get that number, but it would have to be like the absolute, everything would have to come together just for that, for me to do that. So it's going to be very difficult, because Tom Bell, who came second at the National Hill Climb Championship last year, he won a hill climb today with 8.5 watts per kilo for, I think it was like 2 minutes 50 seconds, and he's definitely going to be on the podium, I think, at the Nationals this year. And that sort of distance like really suits him, because he comes from like a mountain bike background and stuff. So it's definitely got me worried. Like he's doing that now, and we're still 2 months away. But I don't know, like I'm obviously going to give it my best, and I'm obviously going to, you know, try and be in my best shape possible for that hill climb. But yeah, I just got to hope that my best will be good enough. You know, thing is, like, it's a difficult one, because like there's not many riders. Like I'm a different. I feel like I'm a different. I feel like, I can be honest now, because there's only 63 of you watching. I feel like I feel like I'm a bit of an outlier, because I can keep up, like I roughly keep up with those guys who can do like phenomenal power for like 3 to 5 minutes. Like I feel like I can do battle with those guys. But then when we do the really long ones, so like, you know, anywhere over like 15 minutes, I feel like I'm another level, or at least I can be another level. Like when everything comes together, I believe in myself in that regard, and I can also do it on back-to-back days. But like I feel like I'm an outlier in the sense that I can do the really long stuff and do, you know, 6.6 watts per kilo. You know, I've always aimed for that 400 watts for 20 minutes. Like I can do those numbers, but then I can also be competitive at 3 minutes. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate your faith in me. I appreciate your faith in me. I really do. Yeah, I would be honest. Like I am really nervous about the nationals. Well, I'm not nervous. I'm really like. I'm actually like quite scared about it because. I obviously know that I need to be at my very, very best, and it's not my type of climb. But I gotta get that out of my head. I gotta stop saying it's not my type of climb, because I will make it my type of climb. I want to make people think twice, and I want to really push people. I don't want to make them think like, oh, Headland's not going to be a competitor there. I want to change that narrative. I want to make them fear me on that 3-minute climb as well as a 20-minute climb. And I also want to, like, really, really owe it to myself to try and be very, very competitive. 100% David, yeah, I believe that as well. I'm not sure why he wore a helmet. Whether it was like just a safety thing, I don't know. But yeah, he would have. I think he would have definitely had it if he didn't wear a helmet. I think I don't know. I'm apprehensive. I also don't feel like. I don't feel like we've nailed, at least not yet anyway, and it's a shame because hill climb season is starting now. What was the difference from first to second? It was 1 second, that was the difference, lucky. It was 1 second between Feather and Tom Bell. So, Tom would have had it, I think, if he didn't carry a 250 gram helmet up there with him. Do you know what, David? If you're listening, which you probably are because you just typed that. Do you know what is really intriguing about, like, Tom and Andrew, for example, is how little riding they do, or how little riding maybe they share on Strava. If you have a look at Tom, he does like very, very little riding on Strava. Maybe he does some hidden sessions, but it's it always makes me think like how that. Because I know Tom's a great coach as well, and it's like, I know a couple of the guys he does coach, and they don't ride like that, he rides like that. I just wonder if there's a little bit more to it than just that, like those little 1 hour rides that he does. Psychological battles. Hey Mr. M. But there's a couple of things like we need to sort out before the nationals. We definitely need to sort out like my fitness, and we need to get to that level to be able to compete. We also need to actually like sort out my equipment for nationals as well, like with the bike and stuff. Like we need to sort out the equipment. Don't ask me like the details. I've asked for a 1x setup, and like a weight loss for the bike. So we'll see if that happens. Yeah, Kelvin, you got a point there. Actually, the gym. Yeah, you got a point. Although, when you talk about, what he's training for, it's like there's got to be some form of, I don't know. Hey Ash, I'm a pound. I was back to normal or improved. Both. Yeah, back to normal and improved. Well, Niels, the argument to that is aerobic capacity. Because there's only so much intervals you can do. So you'd have to fill it with aerobic conditioning rides. To some extent. But there's hardly even any interval sessions there. some of the 1 hour rides are just 1 hour rides in like zone 1, zone 2. And it's, if I was to do that, I would lose so much fitness. In all honesty. I honestly don't know, David. I honestly don't know. I was kind of hoping that they would, but they haven't told me, and I'd rather be kept in the loop because I know what happened last time I was not kept in the loop. What's my ideal race weight versus how much you weigh at the moment? My ideal race weight is about 60 kilos. And I'm about 61 and a bit now. Yeah, that's right, Nils. He doesn't even do 2 or 3 hour rides, though. I know, David, I know. They still won't be very light, though. It's a shame, Charlie was saying to me the other day, it's actually a shame that I crashed the one that I did, because at least that one was my bike. Like, I bought that one from Tifosi, and it was their lightweight rim brake frame. And I could have actually, like, used that one. Although I don't know how they would feel about, like, building the one they built, the disc brake one. And then me using, like, what do you think they'll say if they give me that bike back and I actually use this one to do the hill climbs on and I don't ride the other one? What do you think they'll say to that? So I'm in a little bit of a conundrum at the minute. The difficulty is, of course, that if this bike is lighter, then why would I ride a heavier bike? I don't know, Kev. I don't know. They might actually spread this out through the field. I didn't race last year's Nationals, did I? So they might not even seed me. They might not even seed me. You think it'd be funny, Niels? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would see the funny side of that, but unfortunately it's me that has to deal with the Am I contracted to ride the new one? Well, it's difficult because I'm contracted to ride a Tifosi, but that bike was labelled the hill climbing bike, to which it's not really, because it doesn't meet spec. Well, sorry, it does meet spec. It does meet spec. It's a very good bike, very high performance, feels very good, but it doesn't. It doesn't match this spec in terms of weight and, not yet anyway. Yeah. All could change, of course. All could change. Vento 5 minutes away. Oh, nice one, Calvin. You kept that one secret. No, I'm just gonna ride for another couple of minutes, another 5 minutes or so. So, a conundrum indeed. Huh? Um, I would say as well. 55 minutes. I would say as well that, so those of you in the back pedal community, which I consider to be all of you, you all play a massive part, believe it or not, in which like direction, not only that I take, but the direction that we can go. So, like when I talk to these brands and the people I work with, I often mention like the community and the back pedal particularly, and they're very impressed is not the right word, but they love that. They love the community and everything, and it actually allows me to go and say, look, technically these people are my friends. Like, it'd be no different if I was going to a local bike shop and I was saying, I own this cycling club just down the road and we have 300 members or whatever, and we'd all like to buy into this one thing. I don't just do the stuff to try and benefit myself. I try to do the stuff that will somehow benefit you lot, like the discounts and the events that we could potentially enter, like Haute Route. I know that's a little bit kind of up there, but it still opens the door for a lot of community riders to come in and sample stuff, and it's like a giant cycling club really in my eyes. So when I go to people, I say, this is what we got, like, do you want to be involved in it? And do you think you can get involved in it? Is there a reason there's no minimum weight for hill climbs? Well, because it's a bit old school really. Like they always, like it's always about like tinkering with the bike and stuff. Cheers, Rob. I think, well, I've always been at a disadvantage technically when you look at it from a point of view of weight. Like I've always, not always, but of recent years I've been at a good weight and I've had really good power, which equates to really good watts per kilo. But I've always struggled with equipment, and thankfully now with people backing me, it's a little bit different. Although we still haven't broken through that barrier. I need to break through the barrier. I feel like I need to get to the level, wherever that is, like, I don't know, like a level where I can do the best of the best things, or I can ride the best of the best things, I can race the best of the best things. I don't feel like I'm entitled to it. I just feel like that's why I've aborted the team stuff and I've come to this to try and push through that barrier, because when I race for teams I always felt like I was being, like, not held back, but you're always doing what they want you to do. No, that's not right. You don't always, like, you have a say, but like, you're always governed by something. I don't know, it's like, oh, blooming heck, David. Grunting more. Nice climb that. Nice climb that. Yeah, that's where I want to get to. I feel like I'm just like... That was 100 mile in. No, that was an epic ride, that one. I feel like I'm being a bit too open, but I'm just like, I just want to be let loose now, and make the most of the time that I am fit and strong, and I also want to, like I said it last year when I was thinking about leaving a team and I didn't know like what to do, and a lot of you pointed me in the right direction, and it was like that crossroads where I wanted to like choose this different path, but I really want it like pretty hungry for it to be the best climber in the world. And not take the fitness I have for granted, and have like the best of the best opportunities, and to give you like the best of the best opportunities through me, whether that be entries to events or training camps so we can organize, or like stuff that we can do as a massive community. Like once these, I tell you one thing, like for the short term, like once these hill climbs are done and winter is here, I'm definitely going to be riding with a lot more of you on Zwift, making that extra effort to do that, and even racing and doing teamwork with you lot. I genuinely want to do that, like, because it makes me feel more involved with the community. Like, I don't want to be seen as someone who's like up here and untouchable. Like, I want to be able to ride with you, and I want to be able to put more into that when my stuff is taking a back seat, which is naturally in the winter. We just do stuff that benefits everybody, and we work with people, brands, where it benefits you lot, and gives you more entertainment, gives you more information in some way, shape or form, gives you something, like, because I'm not doing anything else. Like, there's a reason why I left teams to have the performance freedom, and I don't know, I don't know, maybe I don't say it enough, but like, I take it pretty seriously, like my performance. It might not look like it sometimes, but like, I want to be the best climber in the world. Like, I want to break climbing records with no excuses. Like, be in the best shape I can be, on the the best the best of the best equipment, the finest kit. Make that all accessible, make it all inclusive. I just want to do that. Anyway, that's enough of that, because I've lost half of you. Why does my live streams always end up being so deep? Must be really annoying. Alright, cheers everyone. Thanks for listening to me ramble. See you soon.